Tell us a story.
Yes, tell us a story.
Alrighty, we are going to get ready and start our day. It's not as cool as it has been in the last few days. We had that ice storm and the snow and everything, and it warmed up yesterday quite a bit, and we're liking it. It's a little misty, drizzly out there, but not too bad. So we're going to let the gopher warm up a little bit, and it's story time. Not an old story. This one's been recently. I have told stories before about how the part of mom and dad's part of the house was built in the 20s and still has the knob and post wire that's supposed to be coated with the cloth wrap, but isn't coated with the cloth wrap anymore. And now we have squirrels, and when squirrels get in there and cross over the negative positive, the ground and the hot, and we get fried squirrel in the attic. Anyway, so the lights will go dim, and the squirrels go and that'll be the end of the squirrel. But we've been hearing some really strange noises for the last, I don't know, 6 months or so, and it's been getting worse and worse and worse, where loud bangs on the back side of the building and stuff, mom and dad's portion of the building. We can always hear squirrels that'll drop out of the trees, run across the roof, or if they'll get on my apartment side, it's an all steel roof. I can hear them hit, and they can't get real good traction on that steel roof, and their little claws will be scratching, and you'll hear them come to the end and jump off. But they started hearing this big bang, like somebody throwing, I don't know, like a wet towel or a half inflated beach ball or something against the house. Not a real sharp, but a thud. So we kept going out there and looking, and I thought, well, we don't have ice and snow sliding off like we do in the wintertime, and that makes a similar noise. And kept looking. We could never find out what was going on. Well, Dad happened to go out one day and was around the back of their portion of the house, and all these birds were just freaking out. All these little birds were just freaking out and just going nuts. I think it was back in a honeysuckle bush. There's a honeysuckle bush just over that runs down the fence row behind the house. And he thought they were freaking out, and all of a sudden, this hawk, it's one of the smaller hawks we have here in Ohio and stuff. This hawk flew down, tried to catch a bird, and plowed into the side of the house, on the back side of the house. Then it got up, went into the honeysuckle bush, and was trying to get through the honeysuckle's really tight woven, like a thorn bush almost, but without the thorns, of course. And trying to get these little birds, and these little birds were just freaking out, and this bird was trying. Well, Dad theorized that what was happening was we kept hearing that thing that the hawk will get flying and pick up speed and dive down to glean one of these birds, either off the bush or out of the air and stuff, misses and collides with the back of the house. It flattens out, hits the house, drops down, and then gets back up to try and go back up into the bush to get the birds. So Dad was going, he says, that poor old hawk must be nearsighted or something, because he misses every time. Usually we have the hawks that'll get the rabbits and the squirrels out here, cats, small dogs, but this was one, like I said, one of the little smaller hawks around here in Ohio. And but it was so funny when Dad told that story that poor old hawk must be nearsighted. And I wouldn't put it above Dad to try and find a pair of little spectacles for the little bugger to help him out and stuff. But so we've heard it a couple times since then, and they'll be sitting there, and I can hear them from where I'm at back in my portion of my apartment and stuff, and I hear them start to laugh and giggle, and now I'm starting to do the same thing. Like if I'm over with them watching a TV show or something, that we'll hear that noise out there just at early morning or dusk, and I guess when the light's just right, and he thumps into the side of the house. So that's pretty funny on my bed. I just thought it was funny, so I thought I'd share that. We'll get some lights, we'll get some heat, we're gonna get rolling. Let's ride. Poor nearsighted little hawk. crossing the street. I don't know if you guys can see that. He just went into the woods. Yep, there he is out in the field now. Alrighty, we made it in. Had a story time, a short one, but I had a story time. Got to see Bambi. I think it was Bambi's older brother, but he better get hiding out. We're going to get in here. We're going to see how much water's leaked through the nice hole in the ceiling, or I should say holes in the ceiling that they haven't fixed in 5 years. And we'll start our day. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to do my thing. Y'all take care of each other. Do your thing. See ya!
Story time is over!